Today on Hot News, a serious warning about college students and depression.
If you want that cute guy to head your way, I've got a trick you need to know.
Our game of the week is more fun than a chain of monkeys.
And our student reporter gets an exclusive interview with rapper Ghostface Killah. Welcome to HotNews.tv. Here are today's top stories. A book bashing Bush comes out next week from a surprising source, his former communications guy. In his memoir, former White House press secretary Scott McClellan says the president was, quote, not open and forthright on Iraq, and that he relied on propaganda to sell the war. Amnesty International released its annual report that looks at the state of human rights around the world. The report finds that at least 81 nations subject people to torture, including the U.S. Amnesty cites the naval base at Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. In China, more than 150,000 people have been evacuated from their homes. They were living below a swollen lake formed by this month's devastating earthquake. The residents fear the lake will burst and cause massive flooding. Ford is planning to cut its U.S. salaried workforce by up to 12% because of the sluggish economy. The Phoenix lander has sent back its first images of Mars. The probe will conduct science experiments for the next 3 months in the planet's polar region. Meanwhile, on the International Space Station, some potty problems. The system that collects liquid waste from the toilet is broken. More than a third of college students say that in the past year, they've been so depressed that it was difficult to function. Almost 10% say that they thought about suicide. Unfortunately, not everyone just thinks about it. Suicide is the second leading cause of death for college students. So remember, if you need someone to talk to, call 1-800-422-HOPE. It's available 24 hours a day. Rapper Ghostface Killah performed at Fordham University in New York. Student reporter Rashida Winfield snagged an exclusive interview with the artist.
Thousands of students took part in Fordham University's annual Spring Weekend festivities. Spring Weekend is a time for students to have fun and take a break from studying before finals begin. One of the featured events is the concert held on Martyrs Lawn, right outside one of the upperclassmen dorms. This year, Wu-Tang Clan's Ghostface Killah graced the stage with his presence. After the concert, I caught up with Ghostface backstage. Fans of Ghostface and the Wu-Tang Clan may know the group took their name from the Kung Fu movie called Shaolin vs. Wu-Tang. But what fans may not know is if Kung Fu inspired Ghostface to want to have his very own action figure called Little Ghost. I snagged a quick interview with him before he left Fordham's campus.
Kung Fu inspired us through the knowledge and wisdom they had within the flicks, you know what I mean, the brotherly love thing, you know what I mean, and things of that nature. But the action figure just came with, with the fans, I guess, that love me.
And speaking of action figures, Ghostface had a small role in the new Marvel Comics flick Iron Man, starring Robert Downey Jr. in theaters now.
I had a role in Iron Man, you know what I mean, very small though, but from what I heard, I think they had took it out because the movie was too long, you know what I mean, but they got me, I got a song on there, I think I might be in the video. It was a great experience because me and Robert Downey Jr., he's playing Iron Man, you know what I mean. We was kicking it, you know what I mean. He knew how I was off top as soon as he seen me, you know what I mean. And it was great, you know what I mean. I never knew he was a funny dude like that. He had me laughing throughout the whole thing, you know what I mean. He was Tony Stark, he calling me Tony. I'm like, yo, Tony, what's up? You know what I mean. So he recognized real, and that's how it was. That's how I went inside the scene. It's on Hot News right now. It's your boy Ghostface. Life, you know how we do. Staten Island, New York, stand up. You know what I mean? This is for Hot News.
At Fordham University for Hot News, I'm Rashida Winfield.
If you want to hear what I thought of Rashida's story, click on Watch More right up here. Now, just because the school year is drawing to a close doesn't mean you can't send us your stuff. Send us video of your summer vacay, your awesome internship, or anything else you can think of. Just register to be a student reporter.
Hi, I'm Leslie from Cosmo Magazine. You looking to attract a guy? Well, your best magnets are right up here. A come-hither look is like catnip to a man. Lock eyes with a hot guy and hold his gaze for 3 seconds max. Then glance down and away. Catch his eye once or twice more to reinforce that you want him, and that should be more than enough to encourage him to come on over.
We all know Britney Spears holds the record for the shortest celebrity marriage. She wed high school pal Jason Alexander in Vegas, and the two called it quits 55 hours later. But what couple gets the number 2 spot? Is it A, Lisa Marie Presley and Nicolas Cage, B, Ali Landry and Mario Lopez, or C, Renee Zellweger and Kenny Chesney? We'll have the answer quicker than their divorces. So which celebrity couple comes in number 2 of all-time shortest marriages? The answer is A, Ali Landry and Mario Lopez. They split after just 2 months. Several media reports claim Lopez cheated during his bachelor party. Do you have it in you to write one more essay before you officially shift into summer mode? Well, to win the $1,000 Abbott and Fenner Scholarship, you need to write about either the biggest problem facing society or how education is important to your life. The deadline's June 20th, so that gives you a little time to muster some enthusiasm.
If you're old enough to have owned an original 8-bit Nintendo, Skywire will take you way back. These 3 little guys are in the mood for a ride. You use up to move the cable car forward and down to move it back. Every time you get hit by something, one of your passengers falls to his grisly demise. Your goal is to make it to the end of each level with at least one guy left to say, Okay. One warning. If you play this game for any length of time, the music will be burned into your brain forever, and no amount of Megadeth is going to erase it. Trust me.
Want even more hot news? Well, check out our archives. You can watch entire shows, browse stories by category, and search by keyword. It's a surefire cure for too much free time. Until tomorrow, I'm Erin. Thanks for watching, and may all your news be hot.